Step by step, I've walked 100 miles, and I still ain't sure just what I'm trying so hard to find. The night seems longer and the wind blows louder when you wandered so far from home. If I cross your mind, say a prayer, I find my way and get off of this lonely road.
Can you hear me? Tell me, can you hear me? I've been calling out for help, still don't see nobody near me. I'm down and almost underground and so deep in the valley, I can't even tell you which way is the mountain. God, the only word I got, I could probably plant a garden, all this dirt I got. Trail of broken hearts behind me from the hurt I bought. Sometimes I really start to wonder if I deserve my spot. Cause I'm just a man who's got blood all on his hands. But does a humble sinner still deserve a chance? Hey, say a prayer for me, I think you in advance.
Alright, so let's make some noise, kids. You can see how we've got an arch in it. Mm-hmm. I don't really think this one, I think this one's straight. Borrow my son's tools because mine's in my toolbox. But basically all we're doing is trying to build a replacement for this floor. What we did was we just put this flange in over here. Mm-hmm. So we'll end up having to trim it all in, but we've got to get the majority of the piece made. Josh has already got most of this cut out. We'll have to clean all that up once we get the majority of it out, but we'll put in, we're not going to do the same stuff they're doing. We'll just do something maybe on the Pullmax or the bead roller or something of that nature. Okay. But yeah, I mean, we don't need a curve in it, so now we got to go back through and shrink all that, because tipping that up is taking the material from the center of that panel to the outside, which has curved it. So now we got to shrink it. We'll go over the shrinker and we'll do this one. And then I'll throw it in the car, literally. All right, well, it's good enough for government work, eh? All right, let's go do the other one. We actually started working on it back this week. I saw that. We've got, Josh actually did some work on it. So now if you look, you can see that our flange pretty much matches what that other one is. So this needs to be trimmed out here, but I want to get the other side done. I like trying to do them if we're doing them in pairs. So that way my machines only get set up once. And then that way I'm not moving forward. Say I use the bead roller again to do this, I change it all out. Yeah, that's done, but the other one, change it back out again. So it kills the momentum. Now you see how there's a buckle in it? Because I pushed it down. It's from where it's been stretched apart. Now what we're gonna do, we'll actually push that back into the flanges. So that's what I was sitting here doing instead of going back over there. There was so much material on the flange on that other one that you could have done it, but it'd taken a lot longer. So it's a little bit easier. See?
It's like you meant to do it.
Yeah, a little bit. It needs to go over some more. Yeah.
Just look at it.
Be great if we had light in here, huh? Be a great place for a shop.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's great lighting.
Slightly better than the lighting I have in the shop. It looks bright, and then you start working on stuff. Everything's bright.
All right, so now, what kind of things should we put in the floor? So we know that we're not putting anything through the floor like this original one was. So really the only thing we really got to worry about is just how we lay all things out. And we know we don't want to put too much up here because the gas pedal may ride up there. So now I got to come up with a cool design. Something straight, because I want to really use my Pullmax. Really do.
Okay, excuse to use the Pullmax.
I don't have to have an excuse. I just need a reason. I can come up with excuses all day long. So let's lay this out. We'll just do some easy stuff. What's the very first rule of metal shaping?
Clean your metal.
Clean your shit. Clean your shit before you do anything with it. Just clean it.
First rule.
First rule.
Clean it.
If you think it's clean, clean it again. Well, I know it's clean, so I'm not cleaning it again. It's a never-ending gobstopper. Schnozberries taste like schnozberries.
You ever watch the second one?
Yeah. I just like drawing. Brings me back to my kindergarten days.
When you actually colored inside the line?
You know what? Most painters do not make their money. Most artists don't make their money by coloring inside lines. It's bullshit. Okay. I'm an artiste. An artiste. Not bad for eyeballing it. Can't make this shit up, folks.
Until you can't see.
I've already got spectacles and bifocalers. Okay. You can do it. pretty cool, huh? That's what I was thinking. Front pans are ready to go in. So now that these are made, we can now, I'll have the guys trim all this stuff in and or trim that out, get this off of here, we'll trim down to here, slide this over, do this and do that, walla bing bang. We'll have 2 panels ready to go in, and we can trim it into the firewall. And once that's all trimmed into the firewall, we can go through and smooth all the firewall smooths. And you're wondering probably why haven't we sandblasted this car? Well, we're not. I think the inside could be sandblasted. I mean, it probably needs to. And I may opt for that, but because I think we're painting the dashboard, I think we're actually painting the firewall, but we don't want to touch the patina on the outside. So we'll just, we'll just do that. We may just sandblast the inside.